All right, welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Now, this week there's been a few announcements on Hawaii downwind race week, month. It's looking like more like a month now. And I just wanted to basically bring you the news and share with you a few things that I only just really found out. Um, First things first, Molokai Tuahi registration opens tomorrow. The course is different. There's a course change. Instead of starting at Ilio Point, we're now starting at Kapuhi Beach. Basically, what does that mean? It means it's a flat water start. We're finishing at the same place we did last year. So it's a completely new course. No one's ever done this before. It's exciting. For one, I'm excited. I think it's going to mix it up a little bit. I think it's a good change. I think it's going to make it a little bit more of a staggered start for some people, less boat traffic, which is what I think they're trying to achieve. Whether they fix the finish with the boats coming back sort of up at them is another story. But anyway, I'll get into that more details on that later. I want to then sort of work backwards. So the start of the month, there is the Voyager times Wet Feet downward race, and it's a race from Alan Davies to the finish line of M2O, so it's at Kaimana Beach. The second race is Paddle-a-Mua over on Maui. The third race is Maui to Molokai. Obviously, Maui to Molokai. Molokai Holokai. And then the final race is M2O. But there is also the Voyager guys are putting on a flow show with a bit of a waiting period to wait for the perfect conditions. So it's a jam-packed month, basically. I'll go into a bit of detail and sort of show you a few things from basically what I've seen. So starting with M2O, we can register March 15. The race date's July 20. It's a 40-mile race. And the big thing is it's over 40 miles, open to SUP and Wingfall, new race course starting from Kapuhi Beach on the west end of Molokai and finishing at Kaimana Beach outside of the windsock. So similar finish to last year. And it is the old start. When is it? It's on July 20th with an 11 a.m. start. So 11 a.m. Hoping the winds will be up by then, but it's going to be a flat water start no matter how you look at it. So maybe it'll change some foil choices. In this, it also says that the Holokai crown is no longer a triple crown because it's a quad crown. So the Holokai crown includes the Voyager Wet Feet, which is July 6th, which is here. So July 6th, let's go into that. So that's an 11 a.m. start, Kaimana Boy finish line, and sort of thing, food and awards afterwards. General rules, sportsmanlike manner, consider safety above everything else, get to wear the race jersey, generous. Race course, Alan Davis area to outside of Sandy Beach to a buoy outside Kaimana Beach Park. There's going to be men's and women's, and there's age divisions for 39 and under and 40 and over. So that's that. And then Paddle-a-Mua. Paddle-a-Mua, the race is on July 13th, and that's the same course. It is from Maliko Gulch into Kanaha Beach Park. That hasn't changed. This year, I think they're making an onus on making sure you run across the finish line. So it's not a deep water finish; it's a dry land finish, because last year the results were all messed up because of that. And then 2025 Molokai Holokai, July 18th to 19th. So 18th will be M2O, and then 18th will be M2M. 19th will be the Kamalo run along the coast of Molokai. And registration isn't quite open for that. So registration for Paddle-a-Mua is open. The Voyager race, you can't register just yet, it looks like. You can click, but it doesn't happen. Molokai Holokai, it says the registration's open, but you click on it and it just takes you to the same page. And if you scroll down and click this one, it takes you to the 2024 registration. So it's not open yet. And then M2O, obviously, M2O registration opens in less than 24 hours. Now, on the registration for M2O, this is an important one. when I first did M2O, you had to sort of get your name on a waiting list, and if you'd done the race before, you were allowed to, you basically had priority. I think that's going to happen. From what I've read, it sounds like that's happening again. So if you've done M2O before, you get first priority to enter the race. If you don't want to do it if you don't want to do it again this year, your spot, I think, gets opened up to people who are first-time M2O competitors. They have allowed basically extra numbers for new or first-time M2O participants, but it's a smaller number than returning M2O participants. So what I'd suggest is, basically getting everything in line, get your resume, so to speak. So let the team at M2O know what races you've done before and why you should be allowed to do M2O this year, because there are limited spots. I think from what I've read, there's about 100 sup foil and 25 wing foil. That's how they're 100 spots for sup foil and 30 for wing foil. For me, it's super exciting. M2O has always been my sort of first thing I put down in my diary, and all the dates are released now. I'm stoked to see it's happening because it isn't a given. The community of Molo Holokai do like their space and like us to respect their land and water. So that's why it's not a given every year. We have to sort of the event organisers have to apply for it. But yeah, it is happening July 20th, and exciting to see they've added another race. The Holokai Triple Crown was a cool addition. I always did those races anyway, but now it's like an additional, like a proper leaderboard for it. They've added in another race on Oahu, the Wet Feet times Voyager race. Super exciting. I'm stoked to see that that's happening, and plus the flow show at the end, which is sort of a celebration of downwind foiling and a bit more surfing and less sort of speed lines. But yeah, I'm super excited for this, and I hope everyone is too. But just a little bit of a announcement that it's happening, and start training, crew. I've got a training plan for M2O foil on my website, but I am updating it, so it's to adapt for the new course and the extra distance, I guess. So if you're interested in doing M2O, check out the CaseyOz.com or the Coach Casey Club, and I'm happy to sort of help you and get you set up to do these races. To me, it's the pinnacle of downwind foil racing, and I'm excited to get over this year for 2025. I'll see you there.